And we have Sam changing down the gearbox of Toxic Tomato as he's still leading the pack just about, only 4 tenths separating those two. And I'll move on him soon enough.
Yeah, Marine has started to close up to the top two.
Yes, and so for someone who didn't look too great in qualifying, I think near the end it dried up enough for him to get a nice little P4, and he's moved up greatly since then. And that's Luke spun around one of the wheel drivers, and a lot of drivers are caught up in that as well.
There's a lot of debris in there. He's had contact with TGG.
Another safety car.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to be a safety car. The amount of debris in that tunnel, you can't go on with it. And yeah, obviously calling a safety car. Luke with damage, the second safety car today. R10 Gamer with damage. Steve into the pits. I don't think he got damage, I think he escaped. But Phil into the pits now. He may have been caught up. Yeah, new front wing again for Phil.
It's been an unlucky day for those two. For Dylan and Sam as well. They have to make their second stop.
So Felix pit. And he's coming out on medium tyres. That's interesting, so he's going to have to stop again because he can't take them to the end of the race, surely.
I think it is. 6 people just got caught up in an incident, as I hear from Brett. And
what's that?
Bradster, Alpha Romeo driver.
What's he said?
Yeah. 6 people just died, and he wants a restart. We're not going to be having a restart. We're not gonna. I'm sure we're gonna have a restart. I suppose so. It would surprise me, but it's asking for one.
To restart right now.
No, me neither. Sorry, just for that little stopping moment there. I really excuse me for that. I'm gonna try to fix my internet after this race. Maybe should have done it before it, but I didn't know it was gonna be this bad again. You can thank Ziggo, that's my internet company.
I'll be having words.
Yeah. You're talking to the VRL commentator. I can't do my streams properly.
Sort it out, guys. Come on.
Yes, and we have a few people coming into the picture.
Marine, notably.
He's going to the heart. The safety car has come out nicely for him. We have Felix. Is that Felix? No, that's Tim. Going on to another set of mediums. And he also has a front wing change. That's going to be a tough one for him. I think that's going to be a 2-stopper. He had to change his front wing there, and that's definitely going to be a 2-stopper.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if any of the medium runners can take it to the end. We only have 2 drivers on the medium tyres now. 3, sorry. Both the Renaults and Thomas, who haven't stopped yet.
Felix hasn't decided to come into the pits. Marine has. He didn't.
Tim and Felix come out right next to each other. Tim's just ahead of his teammate.
That's going to be interesting for the intern teammate battle. Oh, by the way, just before I forget, I just wanted to say, tomorrow we quote-unquote expand into something bigger and greater. I'm not gonna say what it is just yet. If I do, I'm not Tom Holland.
We're strict. Yeah, Phil has set gunmen who are stood next to me and Sam with a gun to our heads if we say anything.
Yeah, we don't want to be spoiling anything like Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. What do you think it is, Alex?
Oh, I don't have a clue.
No, me neither.
I mean, I know what it is, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes.
It's gonna be exciting, that's for sure.
I'm sure everyone will take very well to it.
I think we will. Oh, everyone will. And we have a 10-second time penalty for Caillou, who's just exceeded the track limits, according to the AI stewards here.
Yeah, I had a similar situation to that in Belgium in the F2 race, and literally under the safety car, I just breathed off the track, and I got a 10-second time penalty, and
that
obviously didn't apply for it to be removed because I finished like 12, a minute behind everyone else because I got damaged.
You have damage.
But yeah, that could be. Do you have damage, man?
Yeah.
I don't have damage.
Oh no. Yeah, but that's. I hope for him. If it was too harsh, he can get that removed. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be something to look at for you and the stewards, the other stewards.
Yeah. Obviously, we in the stewards panel are going to be very busy today. I had a couple of crashes already, and I imagine Kai will. I mean, we're under a safety car. There's no way he's gained any time or positions.
No, of course not.
Bit of moving around with Steve and Phil. But yeah, at the restart, I'm going to be looking out for Thomas. Showed a lot of pace.
Yeah, shown it. He's been. That's what you would like to call it, sweating a lot on this track. Yeah, he's showing some great pace here, and he's definitely up for another win, just like Monza. He hasn't got his teammate to help him this time, so he's gonna have to do it on his own. And we have Ash in P4. That's a very decent P4 for him. Of course, we do have a stopped Marine and a few drivers losing their front wings, but he is in P4 right now. And perhaps with some more bad luck for the drivers in front, he could be moving up to a podium position. That would not be a bad debut. As the safety cars come in this lap.
Safety car in this lap, I believe? Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, for the second time today, Toxic Tomato is going to be leading the drivers away. They will.
Someone knows where he's gonna go. Like where he's gonna go and try to release the pack. That's gonna be. I think he's gonna be more alert this time to that.
Well, maybe unless. Oh dear, that's not good. My phone just fell off.
I know.
Yeah, unless he completely switches it up and waits an eternity, he'll go straight away. He's not gone. He's not gone. He's still not gone.
This is the place where he did go. Yeah, he's gonna go again. And sounds more alert to the danger this time, and he hasn't got such a big gap as he did.
Right behind Sam this time. Got a lot of drivers weaving around. Both Williams have made it up into the top 10, 5th and 6th for them. So
look at
relatively solid.
Look at Kai and Felix. They've made some contact coming into turn 1, and Kai's dropped the top 1 position behind the Rebel. Is that? No, he's dropped behind Compassion, who's down the point.
Yeah, he's just onto the final points position.
Felix
a bit further back.
Felix going around the inside of his former GPL teammate, and he's got the move done as he's up into P8.
Yeah, it looks like Phil making a move on Steve now, side by side, round the outside. Solid move from Phil there to go round the outside of Steve, and he's up into P12 as he starts to make his charge back in to the points positions. I believe he will get there eventually, because he's got a lot more pace than what is currently being suggested.
I think he might, and he'll be looking to get that position back. He'll definitely will. Of course, he is on the harder compound tires. We haven't seen any soft compound. Just like to say that.
Yeah, not yet. Be interested to see where the hard tyre goes. I imagine they'll all go for the medium tyres because the soft tyres are really bad tyre around the circuit. But yeah, Thomas still pressurising the top 2. Ash is ever so slightly behind. He's not completely dropped off, so relatively impressive from the McLaren there. These guys could do with a good haul of points and to not put any pressure on it.
Good. No. Commentator's curse incoming.
Commentator's curse, he's going straight off at turn 1.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Kai went a little bit wide there, and Vapron is Dafifa's defending from Tim, as Phil has got himself a 3-second time penalty. And is looking to get past championship rival Dafifa. She will be moving up to P10, and would give him 8 points, I believe.
something like that.
Yeah, definitely around that region.
But yeah, just remember, Tim, on the softer tyre, there is a bit of a rivalry between these two.
I know there is.
I think they both know that they're both in it for the championship. Both of these guys ahead of championship leader Moran though. He's down in P9. There's a big difference at the moment in terms of the championship because he'll be dropping to P3, I believe, this month.
Yeah. Of course, Moran has made a stop as well. He's gone onto the hard tires. I think Tim's gonna go make another stop as he's on the mediums. I don't think you're gonna take I don't think you're gonna take the mediums that long up until the end of the race.
Yeah, mediums will not go to the end of the race. Obviously, going on a 2-stop. These guys, both of the Renaults, very strong at the end of the race, very fast. But it's whether they can make their moves or not. Because obviously we know Singapore, you can see Tim right now, he's really held up behind Darfifa. You can see he's a lot quicker than the Williams driver, partly down to the tie strategy, but you just can't really find a way past. And with Darfifa having the DRS from his teammate just in front, I'm sure he's pretty safe as long as he maintains a decent exit out of the crucial low-speed corners, especially going on to the one and only DRS, or the second of the 2 DRS straights. Kind of just forget the start-finish straight is the DRS zone.
Yeah, and just a lap before, DRS has been enabled, and that could set someone's up for a move on Sam here, as he will look to get the 18 points off him. Is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. I think if we're going to see any move, it's going to be Sam on Toxic Tomato. And he won't be able to build off now as well. I think he's still attached to the gearbox, but the problem for him is as well, Thomas is attached to his gearbox. So he's on a lot of pressure right now to not only overtake, but defend as well.
Yeah, I'm just watching Kai battling Compassion. Compassion putting up a wonderful defense through the first sector. Switchback after switchback from Kai couldn't find a way through. And the Compassion actually had a little look on Moran, who's gone ever so slightly wide.
Moran struggling. Moran definitely struggling.
Yeah, I don't think he's warmed up to the tyres brilliantly. But nevertheless, I'm actually quite surprised that they haven't added an extra DRS zone in down this straight, because there was a DRS zone there. As Phil makes a move down the inside of Kai, late lunge there for the Mercedes driver. He's going to go again down the inside, and he's now got that move done up into P11. Phil really getting a move on, showing that it's not impossible to overtake. Looks like Steve is going to follow him through down the inside. There's contact. Kai turned around in the tunnel, and Steve will pick up a penalty for that, most certainly. I'm not sure if he's been caught up somewhere else.
Oh, I haven't cut it on stream, but that's gonna be interesting for you to look at. And he, as you say, he does have to come into the picture. So he's got no front wing anymore. We have the fight for P2 and P1 still hitting up very close together. Sam and Toxic Tomato are. And Sam, can he line up a move round the outside of Toxic Tomato? Can he? Oh, it's beautiful defending from... Yeah, he has to go off the track. And he's got the inside foot as hairpin though. He still isn't passed, and he's going to lose a position to Thomas if he's not careful. Oh, so close. And they did touch a little bit there, and I have a voice crack. And oh, contact. Does he lose his front wing? He doesn't lose his front wing. Yeah, he did lose his front wing. Yeah, he's gonna have to come into the pits there. Unbelievable stuff.
Safety car deployed.
Oh, that's
third safety car.
In such a short time, I mean, it is becoming a little bit ridiculous with all the safety cars. I mean, what is a safety car for at this point? I mean, a little bit of damage from Sam. Come on. It really is annoying. We've had more safety car laps at this point than... I mean, it's not even down to the drivers, because at this point the game is so sensitive to safety cars. It's not even a DNF. It's just Sam lost a little bit of front wing and played. He didn't even lose his whole front wing in the safety car has been released. And meanwhile, Thomas has a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits under safety car conditions.
It's all going on here.
And Sam went from attacking Toxic Tomato from having to defend from Thomas, and that definitely was a little bit optimistic. They did wheel bang before, and Sam did touch the wall before he went off to his initial crash, his big crash. And as someone once said, overtaking is an art and defending is an art, and Sam hasn't perfected it just yet as Thomas comes out ahead, and so does Toxic Tomato, and so do a lot of other cars. He just comes out in front of Felix there.
Yeah, it's all very close. We've got so many cars in the pits. Medium tyres though, there's still 20-something laps to go. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to make it.
No, I don't know either, but look at Steve, he's made up some massive ground towards, I mean, if realistically as well. So, not only Steve has made up some time, but so has Thomas, who's now finds himself in the professional lead as all the cars will be coming in. And Ash does find himself in the original lead from the FIFA. Then I moved up to P4 as he's overtaking Phil under safety car conditions, weirdly enough.
Yeah, it's all going on, and if we had a paycheck, we would definitely be earning it today.
Yeah. Only the road, but for us as well.
Yeah, imagine if this was wet, it would be even more crazy. We'd be here for hours. But back to the race. Another lap under the safety car. Ash leading the race. I believe that's the first time in his sorry, in his GPR career. Sorry, guys.
Questionable.
Yeah.
Definitely questionable. Stay home. Stay inside.
Don't worry. I've been quarantining for a week.
Yeah.
I think that's all to fly. One moment. Can you go through, please?
Alright, I will go through. Of course, as Alex was saying before the virus got up to him, as this is his first time he's leading a VRL race, but I believe it's his debut as well, or his second race. I believe it's his debut. But he's definitely leading the race for the first time in his VRL career. Alex, have you caught up, or I believe he hasn't.
I'm alive.
Oh yeah, you're alive. Good. Good.
Oh my god, I think I swallowed a fly. Oh my god.
Yeah, but this is again, Dylan and Phil have switched around positions. Phil looking very racy here. He's this is the second time he's you're right.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really realise that the top three, 3, 4, 5, 6 were really in that order. I was quite surprised when I looked up and saw Dylan in P4, Philip in P5 and Luke in P6. I really should... Hang on.
Get yourself a glass of water, mate, and then just come back.
I'm drinking now, I am.
Oh yeah, alright.
But, it shows the craziness of this race, you know. We've had 3 safety cars, I've nearly died because I've eaten a fly.
Did it taste good though?
Everything's going on. It did not taste good, no, I would not recommend it.
I mean, you might have just created another virus, just like that guy, just like that guy eating the bat.
Yeah, I hope
COVID-20.
Yeah, COVID Singapore. Someone's gonna clip this.
Yeah,
to all the drivers watching back the race, I apologise. But anyway, here we are. So safety car in this lap. Let's see how many safety cars do you think we're gonna get? We're not even at half race distance. We have 3. I was gonna say 5. I'm calling 5.
Oh, what happened to Dylan? He was in P4 before he dropped down. What the hell happened to him? He's now behind his teammate. You were coughing, and I was laughing, and that's me lost Dylan down. And Phil, that's an old call from a friend he hasn't missed. It's Mr. Disconnection. He's got himself another disconnection, and that's gonna be a problem for Luke as well. Who's gonna be having to stick behind that behind that disconnecting car. And that's another 5 second time penalty for exceeding track limits. And Ash leads the pack from P1 as he's still in the lead. Mariah looks to attack our FIFA, and Phil's going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, literally the worst time for Phil to disconnect possible. That is possible.
Yeah.
Hopefully, for his case, he can get back into the session very soon, and I'm sure he's got a couple backup invites from everyone else.
Yeah, I'm sure Moran has, and has given him a few before the race started. Of course, as we know, say that ghosting car is not too quick, and R10 Gamer pushed.
Just made a move on Thomas. I'm not sure if you can see that, Sam, but really important move for the Ferrari. That is, I believe, the effective lead of the race when everyone filters through their pit stops.
And Toxic Tomato doesn't seem to be wanting to stick around behind his other vegetable teammate, R10 Gamer, as he'll be looking to get past in the under the bridge. Maybe switch back, could be giving him a better exit. He's gonna get slowed down by him though, and he'll be looking to finish that move coming up to the next turn. Has he got the move done? I think he has done the inside. Oh, nearly stamped him to the wall, and I think he has done. No, he hasn't.
Yeah, I think. Everyone keeping it clean. He really wanted to put a car between himself and Thomas, but in doing so, Thomas has just catched up. R10 Gamer himself.
Yeah.
Well, they continue. Thomas can go to the end of the race now on these tyres. Toxic Tomato can't. I don't think he can.
Look at Phil, P17, in under a lap. He's been overtaken by, well, not he, his ghost car has been overtaken by everyone. And I hope he can get in.
The session, though.
Yeah,
there's still a chance of a safety car though.
Yeah, just needs to keep his eye head up. Of course, as I said, it really was a visit from an old friend. Karat? Who's that then? Is it Kai?
Kai had a little spin. I don't think much.
He hasn't got damage. He has not got damage.
No. The Toxic Tomato's now got past Dylan, so he does now have a car between himself and his teammate.
Look at Tim. Look at Tim though. Look at Tim. He looked to make a move and look there. He hasn't quite got it done, but in the next couple of corners I reckon he might get it done. As Luke does seem to be struggling. Yeah, seems to be struggling.
Tim does. And Toxic Tomato's already on the back of these guys, so he's really charging forward.
Marine, has he picked up damage? He hasn't.
I think he might have just escaped.
But he's lost quite a few places.
And what a move from Toxic Tomato there to go all the way around the outside. That's really impressive.
A very good move by him, but not very nice from Ryan, as he loses 3 places in, I believe that's in a space of 1 straight in the corner, and he's now on attack from Thomas.
There's 3 wide going into. There's got to be a crash. How do they keep it all in one? R10 Gamer went straight on, but there were 3 wide into the tunnel section. And somehow they
kept it clean.
They're all alive. It looks like a Toxic Tomato now trying to get past Tim, and he's still going to be pushing him.
Huge back, this is. It's becoming a bit of a truly train. And FIFA looks to be quicker than Ash, but he has to find a way around him. Of course, around this very tight circuit, not many overtaking places, very challenging for both overtaking and driving as well. Marion seems to be getting mucked off here, as he's now been overtaken by Thomas as well. He finds himself in P7, a little bit of a slippery moment for him as well. Now he's under attack from Haas driver Dylan. Meanwhile, Sam looks to make a move on Steve. Hasn't quite got it done, as he has a little bit of a slippery moment as well. And Steve finds himself in P9 in a fight for. I'm not sure he's going to be in professional lead at this point. Really, another safety car could.
Top 3 to have to pit again. We believe Toxic Tomato will have to.
Yeah.
So theoretically, using logic, you'd say Tim.
Yeah,
but
and
anything
Steve.
Can happen.
Steve goes round the outside of he defends from Dylan, I should say, instead of going round the outside, and he finds himself in P8. Next target for him would be Marine, but can he keep Dylan behind him though? Sam still needs to find a way past Dylan as well. The man who finished P3 last time out here couldn't come closer to the both Haas guys, and meanwhile Sam sets the fastest lap, and Sam goes round the outside of Dylan. Very close. That's championship contender Tim, 15 points behind P1, and he's off and with no front wing, and he's on the hard compound as well. And I think he could make it on
he's
to...
had contact with Toxic Tomato.
Ooh, that's a race winner and a championship contender.
He has damage as well.
Does he?
Yeah, both drivers having damage. I'm not sure how they came together.
Missing an end plate there. And Steve, meanwhile, moved up to P6 aside. Oh, sorry, just a little bit of desync there from my point of view, as he did smash into the wall, but still, everything has gone well for him.
Darth FIFA still giving chase to Ash. At this rate, he'll be in the lead of the championship by the end of the race.
They will.
Has Phil had an invite back yet?
I'm not sure. We shall check. Nope. He's still... Well, he's not driving. His ghost car is still driving. Oh,
Kai out of the session.
And safety so is MS Compassion. That's gonna come nicely into the hands of both. Oh, look at that. That's a nasty crash, and that'll happen on that little straight between the bridge and the following section.
The top two. Or, I don't know if it's a bit early, Darth FIFA not pitting, Ash does pit. One of them's made the right decision.
Look,
that's pit. How do I Phil?
Can we? I'm not sure we can.
Yeah, I can't. I've just seen that he's been messaging me. I've got my notifications turned off. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can invite Phil back.
No, me neither. So Phil's gonna have to take it out, maybe with his teammate. Of course, he's gonna be on the. Phil has rejoined now. Let's hope he can. For him, he can retake control of his car with that safety car. That's gonna be coming nicely into the hands of him, and he's left the session once again. Not very good internet from his side there. Of course, I can't say too much. If film quality is not looking too good, and they already have a disconnection there. Tim fits a new front wing. And Ghost Car, Phil jumps, Toxic Tomato, and Phil in the pit lane. So if he can get back into the race, not much will have changed for him. I have also now kept a little eye on the chat, and if we just go back, we have Adam F2 commentator saying, Sam, let me know if you need to step in for Alex whilst he's joking. So that was under safety car conditions there. Mr. Disconnection says Yoda speak, the absolute disrespect. Of course, season 2 champion, now driving in F2.
Yeah. But I rate Adam's concern for me, but
yeah, no, he's fine.
Thank you, Adam.
I just hope you haven't created COVID, not 20. Okay.
No, I think I'll live.
I hope you will.
Jamil say Alex and Sam great banter today. Yeah, just getting you through your quarantine period. How's quarantine going for you, Sam?
I mean, it's been decent. I mean, a little bit of skill work, just 2 hours a day of work to do, and then off to doing absolutely nothing, as you would do.
Yeah.
You have to stay inside. Remember, of course, a lot of time. I have a lot of time on my hands, so I am working on a little new project. You might have seen it in the info chat, of course. Best onboard compilation coming with the help of the drivers who will be sending the onboard footage, and I'll put them in together with a nice compilation.
Yeah, just a little bit of concern from Jamil asking if I'm okay. Thank you, but yes, I'm great. Thank you. Living my best life.
Phil rejoined once again.
Phil
Let's hope he doesn't disconnect again.
Sam, I've just received your message saying can you join 10 minutes earlier?
Yeah. Absolute mog.
Sorry, so I would like to apologise.
Yeah, you better do. Oh, look at that. Toxic Tomato and Tim are looking very feisty on a safety calculations. Look at them. I mean, they went side by side on the bridge, and he smashed into Felix there, who was in front of him. They were playing around Tim and Tim and Toxic Tomato were playing around too much there, and then he just smashed right into the back of Felix there. That's gonna piss him off. And Phil was back in P30. He's probably wondering what the hell have I ended it. I mean, I'm not sure if he's been watching the stream. 11 laps still remain. Ash leading the, or no, not Ash. Darfifa leading the race.
Yeah, Ash pitted onto them 1 lap old mediums. He can go to the end with them.
Yeah, definitely can. 11.
Again, we got the safety car back in. That's our 4th safety car. We predicted 5, right?
This is number 4.
Oh dear. We are geniuses. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Bless. Come on, I'm going to the casino tonight, boys.
I'll join you.
Yeah.
I'm flying to Holland.
No, everything's closed, of course. I just remembered.
We can open them just for us.
Yeah. Come on, we just predicted a good 5 safety cars. Tonight's a lucky night.
Yes. Do you know who we are?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. Back to racing. And he's not going to get much of an advantage. Thomas can't
really
go. He can't go. And he's really very cheeky by Thomas on Thomas. And Thomas looks to overtake Thomas, but he couldn't do so. Of course, before they cross the finish line, Mariah moves up to P3. Oh, he's off. Dylan's off, and Steve
still got damage. I think Phil's got a bit of damage to his front wing, so his day goes from
bad to worse.
Absolutely terrible to don't even talk to me sort of level. He's not getting attacked from
and he's getting the side. Yeah, nothing he can do about that. Meanwhile, there's a fight for P4 and P3.
Oh, I think Felix has just lost some of his front wing.
I think he might have done.
Right into the back of Luke, I believe.
Look at Sam TGG Vapron, Esports Team v Esports Team, and they're wheel banging on the straight. Oh, he's just about avoided the barrier there, and he's still in P6 there. Not a successful attack on VRT Sam.
Ash goes to move down the inside.
Very optimistic there. Can he hang it in there on action? I don't think he will do. He'll go around the outside, but I think TTG Vapron will just keep his nose in there. And no, he doesn't. And Ash has gone past there, and that's definitely a contender for overtaker of the day, if you ask me. Very clean move. Oh no, did he go off there?
Vaporin. I think Vaporin just hit Tim. Not Tim, Luke, sorry.
Oh,
Tim that goes down the
inside. Tim went down the inside there, and meanwhile he's collected Luke in doing so.
VSC!
VR! Come on.
Ah, no.
And Luke and Phil were inside each other there. And they have to come in again.
That's a great sentence.
Yeah. That's what she said, of course. And 3 guys are in the pits there. They know each other very well. They banter around the race on the track, but now they're on the pits there. Red Bull's also out there. Double stack for Renault. Racing Point are also ready to come and serve their man Luke. We'll have to wait for a time penalty there. And we have from P9 to P15. Yeah, and we finally have, as that is coming to the end of the race there. It's been an absolute mess. Meanwhile, the racing continues as Sam fights off Darfifa for P2 there.
Yeah, Darfifa on some really old tyres. He's got 10 laps to go. I'm sure he's going to have to pick because he might just drop like a stone from the likes of Sam, Ash,
he might be looking for another safety car here. Perhaps
that is more than possible.
And we've had 4 already. I wouldn't mind another safety car for him, I suppose. Thomas, once again in the lead. It's been a real roller coaster.
It has. We said coming into this race we expected a safety car. I don't think we quite expected 4 safety cars and a VSC. Still, with 10 laps to go, anything can happen. And a few of the drivers releasing a bit of a crazy banzai side. of them that we don't see very often, but Sam really pressurising Thomas now. Thomas on the harder tyre as Darth FIFA starts to drop back into the clutch of championship leader Moran, who's somehow like dodged everything and is still up in P4.
V13 Sam looking to make a move on Moran.
Sam's had a good race as well from what it was at the start.
Yeah, what I mean, it's... I mean, if you were to tell me Sam, who's crashed 2 times before he even got to lap 10, he's going to be fighting with championship leader. Oh, look at that, he's going to go side by side with Moran there. It's going to be very close. He's going to have to leave the respect. Moran does leave the respect, but he also does leave 2 positions to go in front of him. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there, Sam. There's a fight at the top. They make contact. Oh. They're really slowing each other up, and they nearly go into the barriers. Thomas just keeps it ahead after he forced his rival off the track. That just closed Darth FIFA right back up. But yeah, as you said, Moran dropping 2 places. Ash up into 5th, Sam up into 4th, and we got a really close battle at the top, whereas Thomas is really struggling on them hard tyres. Not sure if he's struggling for heat or just general grip.
General grip, must be.
Must be.
Yeah, I wonder what he's done on the. He's done 21 laps on hards. Those tires are gonna be screaming to be put off.
Yeah, that's Darth FIFA looking at. I was talking about Thomas though. He seems to be struggling as well.
Sam still looking about the same pace as other Thomas.
Yeah, if anything, a little bit stronger because of the nature of his tyres. He should, emphasis on should, be able to get a good run and possibly overtake his rivals. R10 game sets fast after the Grand Prix. He's in P7, pressurising Moran. P6.
This win for Sam, if he can bring it home, this win would be huge for him. It really would be huge. It would be a massive step in the championship as he nearly loses the car. A massive step towards the championship and his first win as well. But first, if he wants to get that champagne, he's gonna have to go past Thomas as well. Can you do me a favour and look at penalties? Penalties must be ridiculous at this point. I'm pretty sure no one has escaped the penalty at this point.
Thomas has got 2 penalties. Sam's got a 5-second time penalty. Darth FIFA's got no warnings.
Well, that's pretty decent for him. He's going to be still winning this race if he can stay within, what's that, 5 seconds?
Ash has got 3 penalties. Sam has got 4 penalties. R10 Gamer has got 2 warnings.
Decent.
Moran has got 1 warning.
Decent.
Vaporeon with 1 penalty. Toxic Tomato with 2 penalties. Nothing for Steve other than 2 warnings.
What about Phil?
Has got 3 penalties, 4 penalties. 1 5-second time penalty for Tim.
Oi!
Dylan has
Tim lost his front wing up on Steve, and he's now lost it completely into the barrier as he tried to make a move under the safety car, under the bridge there, and hasn't worked out well for him. And he's got no front wing, and he's gonna have to be careful he doesn't go crashing into the wall again. The wall's sticking out again there. Alex, the wall's sticking out. It is, I believe it is. It isn't as huge as it used to be in qualifying, I believe, but it really is sticking out there. I'm not sure if you can completely see it, but it is sticking out a little bit again. But Tim, no front wing. Toxic Tomato comes into the pits as well, so gotta be even another front wing change, I believe it is.
All this contact between Ash and oh, that's Darth FIFA's Ash. Fights for his first podium in VRL. He goes for on the outside. Strong move from Ash. He needs to push on now. He can get up to Sam, who's still pressurising Thomas for the lead of the race, and the action continues.
Yeah, it does, and penalty is going to be a massive factor in it as well. So,
of course.
But I haven't noticed the big gap between P7 and P8, and then the big gap from P8 to P9 as well. 15 seconds.
Just kind of sat in his own race doing
nothing.
Not much really. Yeah.
Oh.
There's nothing really for him to do. As Ash is now up the road a couple of seconds from Darth FIFA, who's got R10 Gamer, race winner in Austria, I believe.
But yeah, Ash. What? Sorry, I wasn't. I was looking at the gaps. Sorry?
R10
Oh,
Gamer.
well,
I think he was Austria.
yeah. No, he won in Britain.
Ah, that's the one. Yeah, I knew he was one of the two.
Yeah. Yeah, but Sam's still pressurizing Thomas, and I believe.
Yeah, if he wants to make a move though, he's got to get a move on, and probably do it in the next couple of laps because his tyres are going to start to go off.
The thing is as well, if he just stays in, what was it, 6 seconds, he has a 5 second time penalty, and Thomas has 6 seconds worth of penalties, I believe, as you just said. If he just stays in 6 seconds, he's got to be in golden, and he's got to win his first VRL race, and a big step towards the championship.
Yeah, obviously we've had a lot of the championship contenders, you know, Tim, Felix, Luke, well not Luke, but you know, both Reynolds, Alan, Phil, P9, Marine, P7. Darth FIFA is going to take the championship lead at this rate.
No, but Sam is equal on points with Marine, so I believe.
Oh, is it?
I believe it is.
My apologies.
No problem. I believe. I'll just have a little look. Maybe you're right as well. Just a little bit of a look.
I was under the impression that he'd had. Oh no, yeah, he is 1 point behind Moran. So
Marine.
yeah, wow, this could
yellow
change
flag.
the
Check the
course
free.
of the championship massively.
Perhaps not a safety car. Could that be?
Yeah,
no,
I don't know where that yellow flag is coming from.
No, I don't know either. It doesn't even show on the mini-map. It's so close between Thomas and Sam. That's gotta be ridiculously close.
Yeah, it is, and Sam. To correct myself, Sam poised to take the championship lead.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if Sam Iceman Killemans. He doesn't speak much, but his race results speak for itself, I suppose.
They do. And I'm not actually sure why he picked up that 5 second time penalty for. He may end up getting that removed. But Ash behind, just over a second. He's close right up. I think we're going to have a three-way battle now in the last couple of laps for the lead of the race, which are going to be quite crazy. We've got a three-way battle going on slightly further back between Darthy, Vrl Gamer and VRT Sam Marine, just clinging onto the threads of that battle. But on his 20 lap old tyres, they're going to be hurting.
They are. And yellow flag. Check the fixture. Can't see much.
Vaporeon has lost his front wing.
Be running P8 in nowhere, in no man's land.
Yeah, Phil, that's going to bring Phil back up to 8th, considering he was nearly a lap down at one point. I think he'll take that.
I think he will. Damage, disconnection, everything. Tim has retired. I didn't actually notice that.
Yeah, I think he retired in the pits.
Yeah, he crashed after losing his front wing. There wasn't much to gain for him, as Phil now moves out to P8 behind his Mercedes teammate. Good job by him after a topsy turbulent race.
Yeah, Ash is really closing up now. Within a second, he's got DRS. As Dylan's made a mistake, he's in the wall. So it's all going off. He's in the wall, so nearly.
Yeah.
It's all going off. The top three, though, keeping it very clean.
Yeah, but they're not really close to each other. The gap is just like steady. Like it really is just steady.
Yeah, I don't think Sam's really got the confidence in his tyres to properly push and go for a move.
I'm not sure if he knows. Thomas has a 6 second worth of time penalties. What is it? I said 3. Or what do you have? 2 or 3 time penalties?
Who's that?
Ash.
Dylan. I don't know. Dylan's at the session. I don't know if he's retired. It's been a relatively unsuccessful day for him.
I'll just have a look. Quick look.
It's all gone quite downhill. Vaporeon actually staying out. That's
Ash has 3 penalties. So he's 9 seconds worth of penalties. Dafifa's got to go into the podium at this rate if he doesn't extend his gap by another few seconds. Look at
coming under a lot of pressure. From,
he is. Look at that train. That goes all the way from P7 to P4.
Yeah, Marine's actually caught back up to it now. Darth Vader on the oldest tyres out of anyone. 3 laps left to go. What can he do?
Yeah, so basically we have someone who can go, I believe, for their third victory in VRL, and 3 people who can go for the first. Actually, I generally believe Duffy does still have a shot at it. I believe he's still within range to, no, just about outside of range to overtake Sam. It could be too good to be on the cards, but if another safety car.
Sam's really close to Thomas now.
He really is, and he's gonna go look for a move here. He's had a lot of bad luck this season. Can his luck finally come together here in Singapore? Round 11, round the outside of Thomas. They've battled before, and he's going down the inside here. There won't be any room to go there. Thomas goes a little bit wide, and that's going to compromise the exit, but not enough for Sam to make a move. He's going to be put under pressure by Ashton at this point, if he isn't careful. And Thomas
Ash has much fresher tyres, so he's got to be careful. As much as he's looking in front, he's got to also be looking behind.
He does, and that move wasn't successful enough to actually go into P1. And Thomas lives to fight another day. And we have Vapron in the pit as a Vaporeon, I should say. That's how I pronounce it. Sorry, Vaporeon in the pit lane. I see. Probably won't be scoring any points, I believe, and it's hard to believe Toxic Tomato was once fighting for the win here today in Singapore.
I know, crazy.
Sam even closer than he was before. The gap between him and Thomas, I believe, last few laps was about 5 tenths. Now it's 4 tenths with the RS. Could be making that to 2 or 3 tenths here. He has made it to up to 2 tenths. And coming to the next straight, he's going to have to line up another move. A little bit of a mistake there.
Got quite wide though.
Yeah.
That's going to drop him back. He could be under pressure from Ash here now. Down the main, down Raffles Boulevard. And it's going to be difficult for him to put an attack on Thomas here. I believe it's going to be careful. He doesn't get overtaken more. Ash, he doesn't put the pressure quite on him though. I think he'll save a dive until next lap.
Last lap, nearly.
Last lap, give me last lap, all or nothing.
Yeah, of course. That ended up in tears. Let's hope it goes better for these 3 drivers.
Of course, Moran's actually got back past Sam. So Sam's tyres have gone off the cliff, I believe, at 17 laps. Sam's tyres are the same age as Sam, so will we see the same fate come off his tyres? Sam has notoriously been relatively good at managing his tyres, and that's shown in this race. But is it enough to get him over the line and make a move on Thomas?
It's going to be so difficult. It's so close at this point. And it's been, I mean, I would not have predicted these guys would be fighting, and Vaporeon retires.
Vaporeon and Toxic and Tomato come together at the final corner.
That's not good. And he does come into the pit. I'm pretty sure he just wants to finish this race, get on with it. He might get lapped. Yeah, he's gonna get lapped, and so
he will. On to the final lap now. So, is Sam anywhere close enough for even a look? I don't think he is.
I don't think it is, but I think he's gonna win it on penalties.
He could. He's got to stay within a second, and he can't afford to make a mistake here.
No, pressure's on. Pressure's on for all 3 of them.
Sam's got to have a very good lap. Ash can't make a mistake either. Neither can Thomas, because he'll drop down to P3. Sam's not close enough for a move. I think he's aware that he's got less penalties, and he's just going to stick behind.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, your first VRL race win, massive lead towards the championship. I mean, you would be crazy if you would risk it to go down the inside here. And Ash has nothing to lose. Ash has nothing to lose.
If Ash makes a move, makes a little bit of contact with Sam, or causes Sam to go off the racing line, that's the win gone for Sam. Because remember, he needs to stay within a second, and he's on the borderline of it now.
True, that's very much true.
Got yellow flag in sector 1, that won't affect these drivers. As for the 31st and final time today, we're going to be entering the final sector. Thomas has drove a very strong race. It's been quite crazy. He's had his battles with Toxic Tomato.
And his damage.
Safety car after safety car damage. Pit stops, more pit stops. Overtaking, it didn't look at one point in the race, you wouldn't have put your money on Thomas to be coming through the final corner as he is now. But it
it's gonna be Sam.
If he's turned his fortunes around.
It's gonna be Sam. I think Sam. Yeah. No, it just comes short of a first race win. It's gonna be Thomas with his third race win. 7-10 separate the pair, and FIFA goes onto the podium as well. S drops down to P6. It's Thomas who wins his third race in Singapore, and that's also a massive step towards a possible championship for him, as he was only 30 points behind, and he's closed up a massive gap here with those very important 25 points, as Marine finishes P5, now FIFA finishes P3, and Sam, as you say, 7/10 short of a first race win in VRL. That's cruel. That's very cruel.
Yeah, all very close. Phil driving back to P9 after all his issues. Good drive from himself. Luke as well. P10 after, I think, being taken out 3 times that race. So points nonetheless, but I think this race really sums up Luke's season of
bad luck, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Felix P11, that's not good for his championship. We said none of the top drivers can afford a mistake. Well,
they have afforded it today.
Suffering that mistake.
Yeah, and Renault lose massive points as well. It's a no spoiler for them, but it's gonna be this man, number 19, on the top step of the podium once again for the 3rd time in his career, and you can't rule him out of the championship if he keeps this pace up. You make your own luck, some drivers say, and he really has done that today, but also mixed with some bad luck as well. Very good job. You can't take anything from him, and he deserves this race win. 7/10 short of Sam, and only a few seconds behind our FIFA. Really, it's gonna be the closer we come to that final race, the intenser it gets. Alex Fire run us through the race results completely.
I'll go through it.
Yes.
Yeah, so both Thomas and Sam picked up a 5-second time penalty, so obviously that equaled it out. But nevertheless, Thomas, as you said, won it on his own merit. Great job. Sam, again though, a good drive. P2, crucial points for the championship. Again, same with FIFA in P3. He somehow drove that Williams to P3, again just highlighting that consistency we were talking about at the start of the stream, and he's up into a very strong position in the championship. R10 Gamer, another good race from him in P4. Marine was P5, he's the championship leader. I don't think he is anymore, but
no.
Yeah, obviously it really spices things up. People like Felix, who was 5th in the championship, Tim was just behind him, they're going to drop down a lot.
And I see, I'm not just gonna take more look at that, but Chad is not happy with the safety car conditions. Meanwhile, I'll just we do, but not from the top 3 drivers. So I'll just invite those. You can't be here right now because I'm inviting everybody. You can be here softly in the background. The FIFA. Yeah, let me just...
Yeah, we have a few complaints on the chat.
Yeah, definitely crazy race.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to keep a lookout on that. I can't find Thomas. Maybe I'll invite Sam. Livid Racing Sam, was it? Livid Racing Sam. But I can't find Thomas for some reason. Could you do the first, because I can't find anyone.
Apologies for this brief intermittence.
Yeah. The race results will come though. Or the race post interviews.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing between Thomas and Sam because
they had an intense battle before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's able to step over their anger and still come into the party.
I need to get the PSNs up one more.
Yeah.
Here we go. That is my voice. That is my voice.
Beautiful voice.
Thank you, and yourself. This really has been a weird stream, hasn't it?
It really has. I mean, it's been not only topsy-turvy for the drivers, but for the team as well. I mean, bad quality, disconnection, good quality, stable connection, nice, amazing. I'm really gonna have to take a look at my internet.
Yeah, maybe that would be a good investment.
It definitely will. We had some kind of mechanic changing around with the cables like a few months ago, and from there our internet just gone down like a tower without a tower missing a brick. So can you find everybody or?
Yeah, I've got them.
Okay. I think you have to suggest them.
Remember to search their actual names. Right, I've suggested them to you.
Yeah, good. Suggestion will be looked at. I'm not sure if I will accept them though. Live Racing Sam 12, and there we go. Beautiful. Oh, what a difficult race for a lot of people, but in the end, not a satisfying result for everybody, but I'm sure people will be happy they have gained some points on everybody. We have FIFA joining. Welcome, Thomas, and we have the other Thomas joining as well. So I still have to unmute the FIFA. That will come after the post-race interviews. They will be looked at though. They have to go to Alex for that one though. I want to start with you, Thomas. Though, congratulations on your win. It really was a roller coaster ride, wasn't it? No.
Incidents left, right, and centre, I think.
Yeah, there were. Of course, you were involved in your fair share of incidents as well. Can you talk? Can you talk those incidents? Can you talk us through those incidents?
So I'm just trying to work out where the incidents were.
You definitely had one with Sam, where you or was it Dylan? I'm pretty sure it was Sam.
So he was kind of turning into me, I think. So I had the inside for that end of sector 1 left-hander. So I took it. I mean, I have the right to the racing line, which I take. He goes off the track, but he's off the track, so he then tries to dive down the inside of me, which you shouldn't be really doing if you're off the track and trying to come back and overtake another person. Yeah, absolutely. That's my take on that. I defended in my position well, so.
You did, and you then ended up with the race win, and I reckon another good leap forward in the championship. I reckon if you keep this up, you could really not only be within a shot, but also winning it. What are your takes on that?
Yeah, I was absolutely furious with quali and the fact that I qualified 7th, which, yeah, the track was improving rapidly, but I just came back into the pitch way too late for another try, which I think I would have got pole. The track was improving very massively. So yeah, I should have really been on the front row at the very least.
Yeah.
But hey, it was still a nice race. Got the win, second one in a row.
Yeah, Thomas, I think this sets you up quite well for. I believe you're actually in the lead of the championship now with a couple of rounds to go, or you're definitely there or thereabouts.
Sam is in the championship, I believe, in the lead.
Of course. But you know, you're definitely in with a very strong shot, Thomas. Where's your head at coming into the final couple of races now?
What's the next track? Just remind me.
That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Japan, Suzuka.
Japan should be very good for me as well. Although Ash, who should finish in third today, he's actually very quick from there. So I got my hopes on him winning actually because he's my compatriot. But yeah, I'm still feeling confident. I think I can get onto the podium in that race. Yeah.
Yeah, and then moving on to possibly a championship rival in the future, the FIFA. Yeah, another also a very roller coaster race, just like Thomas. You came out in P3. Are you satisfied with that result, or?
Yeah, P3 is a good result. Tires were absolutely done after 30 laps on them. And in the first lap I got spun around by someone, I don't know who, but yeah, I managed to make a recovery and I'm happy with that.
I understand that, and of course for you, you did make up some ground in the championship as well. I think you're going to be in P2, P3, thereabout. Are you confident you can still put this consistent form through and not only take a race win, but also the championship possibly?
Yeah, maybe. I'm first trying to win championship in Vrl, and if I do that, then I will practice and sweat for VRL, and then maybe I have a chance. But we will see, of course.
That will all be answered. Alex, do you have any more questions for these two gentlemen?
Yeah, just Darth Fever, how hard was it to work with them? 30 lap odd tyres and really stretch them out. You had the likes of R10 Gamer and Sam behind you, really pressurising you. Was it quite an ask to keep them behind?
Yeah, it was really hard. The tyres were absolutely done, like I said. Especially last 10 laps, I was still sliding a lot, and then they were there, just no sliding at all. So it was really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, no, very strong job from both of you drivers, and wish you the best of luck next time out in Japan.
Japan, yeah, I believe in a week's time. I believe. Yeah, I want to thank all the viewers for watching. Sorry, Thomas, what was that?
I didn't say.
Oh, okay.
How the hell did he stretch those tyres for 30 laps?
Yeah, well, it really was a top class drive. But I just want to thank all the for all the viewers for watching, and I hope to see you next time out in Japan. Bye bye.